Medical marijuana patients in Montana are worried that they won't be able to get prescriptions filled after last week's Supreme Court decision. And we told you how the justices upheld most of a restrictive law that was passed by the 2011 legislature. Part of the decision, providers can make money, but they can only sell to 3 patients. One Missoula provider says she has no idea who will help the other 121 patients. Our Montana McLaughlin spoke with her and 3 of her patients today. She joins us now live in the studio with more. Montana?
Steve, these patients all have chronic illness and don't know where to turn next. Even if all dispensaries in the state were to stay open and service their 3 customers, over 12,000 people would be left without cannabis. That's half the seats in Washington Grizzlies Stadium. Advocates in support of the Supreme Court's ruling say they would rather see medical marijuana approved by the FDA. But for many of these people, the clock is ticking.
The people who I've been dealing with for the last 2 days are in tears and don't know what they're supposed to do.
Katrina Farnham owns Garden Mother Herbs, a medical marijuana dispensary in Missoula. She's been in business for over 12 years.
There are a lot of people who are very upset, they're very angry, and they're sad, and they have every right to be.
She says her customers have played by the book and gotten their green cards.
It's making life possible for them to live in a comfortable realm.
But all that might change. Katrina says her patients are an average age of 55. They deal with conditions like glaucoma, chronic pain, Crohn's disease, or even cancer. Like Steve Zeiler, he had a major back surgery 16 years ago.
And I had to learn how to walk again and start all over again.
He credits his recovery to medical marijuana.
I have miraculously surpassed my expectations. I have no pain.
Or another customer, Linda. She's moving into hospice care for a torn back.
Causing me to feel like I'm being cremated alive.
She says marijuana soothes and comforts the pain. Michelle Cavillion was in a car accident in 2003.
And I was in the hospital for 6.5 months. I've got 25 plates in my face. I've got titanium rods in my arm.
Since she switched from pharmaceuticals, she says she's come farther than anyone ever thought she could.
Started raising my daughter again. Oxycodone wouldn't let me get out of bed and do anything.
But all these patients don't know where they'll turn.
I'm going to have to go to the black market. I can't grow it.
Well, it's got me scared. And I just can't imagine after almost 50 years of living without.
Katrina says she's worried they're headed into the unknown. She hopes to keep helping people with other herbal remedies. Some people I talked to said they might even turn to the black market for their cannabis. Katrina plans to introduce new legislation advocating for medical, not recreational, marijuana in the future. But for now, she hopes supporters can be an active voice together. Reporting live in the studio, Montana McLaughlin for NBC Montana.
Thank you, Montana. So how would the court's decision impact medical marijuana card holders and providers? We checked recent numbers from the state health department. At the end of January, Flathead had over 1,550 card holders. When you do the math, with the current number of providers limited to just 3 patients, only 195 card holders will be able to fill their prescriptions. Missoula reports almost 1,200 card holders and 58 providers. And Ravalli County, only 57 card holders out of 510 would be able to find a local provider. A visit to our website will provide more information to you on the state's medical marijuana registry. The Kalispell physician